Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 12 of the February daily draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Gilded Royale, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Two of Swords, so maybe we're feeling a bit indecisive. We're thinking over, we're weighing things up, we're not quite sure which way to go about something. And we can't see the way forward. We're not seeing which way and it may be because we're not sure about each of the options that we have. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because we had choices, what to focus on, which way to go, when we had the Seven of Cups. That was in a slightly different context, but still, it's about decisions and which way to go. And it may be that we're just unsure. It may be that we could go either way. The options have equal value. There's nothing that sets them apart. So that's what's making it. There's nothing on the surface that sort of helps us to differentiate between the choices that we have. So if there's nothing on the surface, is there's nothing that we can see outwardly, having a look at the different choices, then maybe we have to go inwards. Maybe that's, where the blindfold is here, covering the eyes. It's not necessarily, that indicates that we can't see a clear way forward. But it could also mean that we perhaps, rather than go with our external vision, were to go inwards to our internal vision. And maybe we, as well as rationally, with our rational mind, with our mentally and intellectually, assess the situations. But if nothing comes down one side or the other with that approach, maybe we need a bit of intuition here. Maybe we need a bit of gut feeling that comes from our subconscious, hence the moon behind it, behind the swords here. So, yes, we're to think things through and assess them intellectually, but also we're also to listen to that inner voice that we've talked about before. And that's why it's important. It plays an important role, and developing, listening to that inner voice is so important because of this, because it gives us the extra information that external factors do not convey to us. Which path matches intuitively, with a good feeling, with a resonance, with who we are, what we're about, what we're trying to do, with our individual paths. Which one resonates the most? Which one has sort of more of a pull from a gut feeling point of view? If everything else is equal, go with a gut feeling. Because maybe, in a sense, either option would be a possible way forward. Just because there's more than one path, you could choose either and still move forward towards your goal. But the nature of the paths may be slightly different in how they get there. So which one is going to be more conducive to you and to your purpose and to how you are as an individual? And also, which one is going to help you grow more in a constructive way? which can have the personal growth and development that perhaps that's why, your inner voice is pulling you in one direction, because it instinctively knows that that's going to bring you the best results and transformation inwardly as a person. That doesn't mean it's going to be easier. In fact, it could have more challenges, because it's through challenges that we grow sometimes. So don't necessarily think it's going to be an easier path, and neither may be easy. So maybe a bit of inner reflection is necessary, as well as, of course, do the rational thinking, do the analyzing, do the assessment, but also listen to your heart, listen to that gut feeling too, is what I think the Two of Swords, excuse me, is trying to convey to us today. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Forged in fire. Your strength, excuse me, my throat's going a bit dry. I will have a drink when I finish this. We're nearly done now. We're on the oracle card, which is forged in fire. Look at that. The swords as well. Isn't it interesting? We've got the swords in the cauldron, and we've had swords with the tarot. Your strength was crafted through adversity and mastery. Only you behold. So it's like, often when you forge a sword, and I love that she's doing it from the ground. She's grounded, she's rooted into the earth. There's so much in this image, but the key thing here is when a sword is forged, it is often raised to a very, with heat, with fire. It is forged in fire, in the sense it's very hard. It makes the metal softer when it's heated. When it's really hot, it's malleable. You can hammer it into shape and how it needs to be. And then usually it's placed in water, and it sizzles and steams, and that's called tempering, a bit like temperance. And what that does, it gives it the metal, the strength, because it's been through those extreme circumstances, the hot and then the cold, and that gives the metal its strength. And it's like what I said, that when we pick a path, it may have challenges, either path, but we can grow through challenges. And I think this is what this is talking about, because this is what adversity and mastery, only you behold. Your strength gives us strength. It strengthens us more. When we meet a challenge and overcome it and meet that challenge, we are strengthened through the process of that. And so it makes us stronger. So whichever choice we make, neither choice is necessarily going to be easy. If we're guiding it on trying to make the easy choice, in some respects there isn't such a thing, because what initially may seem easy, further down the line we may begin to realize that it was, the consequences of trying to pick the easy path only provided more challenges. But whatever challenges we do face will strengthen us once we master them, and it tempers us and makes us stronger. So make your choice, have trust in yourself and your abilities and your readiness to meet any challenge, and that you can overcome it and be strengthened by it. And whatever you choose will work out fine. Okay, that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 13. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.